How long should your commercials be? Today, you're going to learn how to answer that question for yourself. Hello creator, Paul Xavier here, and in this module you'll discover first the 3 key factors which we consider before selecting the ideal length of a commercial. Second, the only universal answer to one of the most commonly asked questions that we get, which is, what is the ideal length of a video that sells? And third, our proven 3-step process for selecting your value video length. Now, quick refresher, if you're wondering what a value video is again, a value video can also be called a commercial, a edutainment video, a video sales letter, a promo video, a corporate video, a video advertisement, a webinar. You get the idea here, okay? The primary philosophy behind a value video and what makes it the most powerful form of video advertisement is that you're offering value to the viewer so that you earn their attention first, action second. Now, most commercial campaigns will be multifaceted with one video that warms up an audience, for example, sharing a tip, something that's valuable, that then leads to a call to action to click over to a website to watch another video perhaps. While another value video might have a different objective, such as converting the viewer into a buyer directly online. So understand first and foremost that a successful campaign can consist of an infinite number of value videos, and in this module today, you're going to learn how to determine the ideal length for any video ad that you're producing. So let's begin here. The first factor to take into consideration when determining your ideal length is, where are you going to distribute it? Will the video be placed on your website where you drive viewers from other marketing media to the website? Or is the video going to be directly on a platform like Facebook, YouTube, a television network, maybe another marketing channel? If you're just putting your value video on your website and driving viewers to the site, there are no restrictions or requirements on how long that video can be, and so you can simply move on to the next step at this point. However, if you're producing your video for direct placement on a marketing channel, they all have different video length requirements and restrictions on how long or short a video ad can be for that specific platform. For example, a Facebook video ad placed in the newsfeed can be up to 240 minutes long, maximum, while a Facebook story ad can only be 120 seconds or 2 minutes long, maximum. Then on YouTube, there are multiple different ad placement types again, such as in-stream skippable ads, which are the ones that appear right before a YouTube video is playing that you wanted to watch, and you can skip after about 5 seconds. Now, these skippable ads have to be a minimum of 12 seconds long on YouTube. So as you can see, there are minimums, there are maximums, but the requirements are all different depending on the media or placement. And to save you time trying to figure out what all the different video requirements are for the marketing media you selected, below this module, you'll see a list of all the different media channels and their video ad requirements directly from those channel websites. Now, we do keep those up to date, so you can always check back to this module in the future and get your answer. Okay, so the second factor here is to take into consideration the objective of your content. In other words, how do you know when your video is successful? At Next Level Creators, we teach you how to master direct response advertising and avoid general brand advertising. That means that no matter what type of advertisement you do put together, whether it's a video, audio only like a podcast, a picture, some sales copy, we want you to be able to elicit a response from your audience so that you can measure the success of your advertisement. That starts with defining what success actually is. So, the objective of all direct advertisements is to pre-frame, pre-qualify, and pre-sell your ideal clients on taking the next step in your marketing and sales process. Not just any random human being here that enjoys watching videos, okay, but your ideal client who will take action and invest in your win-win offer after your value video transfers enough logical and emotional certainty to the viewer that this is the right decision for them to make in their life right now. So, we need to define what that next step is in your marketing and sales process, and there are many different options in that regard. The next step could be to click a link below your video and go to a website to watch another video or read a blog post or an article on a specific topic of interest. Now, it could be to input their name and email address to get some form of free value, like an ebook, a case study, a white paper, or anything else that the human beings in your target market might want, right? Those are called lead magnets, by the way. It could be to call your company today for more information or to book an appointment over the phone. It could be to fill out a survey and schedule a call online, or it even could be to put a credit card information and buy now directly online. Now, the reason I'm going into so much detail here to explain that there are a variety of different objectives for your value video is that there is a key distinction that will make or break your success here. Okay? Different objectives require different levels of commitment from your viewer. I'll repeat that. Different value video objectives require different levels of commitment from your viewer. Getting a human being to pick up the phone and call your company for more information requires a lot less commitment from your viewer than getting them to pull out their credit card and invest in your offer right now. It's also true that a human being requires a lot less commitment to pull out their credit card and invest just online with an order form than to stop what they're doing, find their checkbook, write a check, put it in an envelope, find a stamp, put a stamp on it, walk out to the mailbox, send it, and then wait a month for you to ship them your offer, right? So when we define the objective for your value video, we are simultaneously defining the level of commitment we need to raise our ideal clients to in order to earn their action. If we were to create a scale to measure the association between objectives and commitment levels, the lower, or the first touch point in a marketing and sales process, the lower the level of commitment from your viewer. For example, clicking a link below your video to read a free article is a very low level of required commitment. So you can expect a large percentage of the people who watch your value video in that instance to click the link for the free article. Then as we are climbing up higher into your marketing and sales process and approaching getting an order, the higher the level of commitment we need from your viewer, meaning most likely a smaller percentage of the people who watch your value video will complete this objective. Now, the mechanisms we can use to increase your ideal client's commitment levels with your videos are messaging and content. By delivering value with irresistible messaging and powerful content that resonates with your viewer, you are developing a relationship, you're developing know, like, and trust, and increasing the viewer's certainty, logically and emotionally, that your win-win offer is right for them. So, on this scale, the lower the objective and level of certainty, the weaker your messaging and content can be while still achieving results. Then, the higher the objective and level of certainty, the more irresistible your messaging and content will need to be to achieve results. As we've gone about producing videos that sell for ourselves and our clients, one of the key factors that we've found increases how irresistible your messaging and content actually is the length of your value video. I like to think of it this way. I didn't ask my wife to marry me the first time I saw her. I did ask her out on a date because I thought she was the perfect combination of funny and cute, but that's beside the point. I didn't ask her to marry me for an important reason. We didn't have the relationship or trust for me to choose that objective, which comes along with an extremely high level of commitment and certainty. If I had immediately asked her to marry me the very first time we met, and I was 100% serious about it, she would have thought I was bonkers, and she would have run in the other direction. We built a relationship and trust over a long period of time, 10 years worth of experiences together, and the amount of time you are exposed to someone greatly impacts and affects your relationship with that individual and your certainty of who they are. Now, this exposure can be either positive or negative, of course. The more time you spend with someone having positive experiences, the more you will like them. The more time you spend with someone having negative experiences, the more you will dislike that person. The same principle applies when it comes to producing videos that sell. The longer your value videos are, the stronger the relationship and trust with your company and offer can become as you develop it. This perspective is contrary to what pretty much every other marketer out there is preaching today. And full transparency, this is just my theory and personal belief system. Most marketers will try to convince you that ads are supposed to be 60 seconds or less, or whatever they've learned from reading the most recent marketing blog or article. And I don't have definitive proof to substantiate that longer videos are the ones that sell more. I'm merely sharing what I've observed from producing dozens of value videos in different markets and generating a couple $1 million in sales for myself and my clients, so you can take it and use it if you would like to. From what I've learned, I believe that the more time your viewer watches your value video, meaning the longer they are exposed to your message and content, the greater the probability that they will invest in your win-win offer. The longer your videos are, the more time you can expose the viewer to demonstrations of your offer, case histories, dispelling myths that your competition or alternatives are claiming to be possible, revealing testimonials, defining why your win-win offer is different, it is better than all the alternatives combined or just certain ones. Now, of course, if your messaging content is perceived as negative by the viewer, the more time they spend watching your value video, the more they will dislike your company and offer, which will actively repulse them from investing. So you can't just create long videos and bore people into investing in your offer. Your message and content actually has to strike a nerve and truly be irresistible to your ideal clients. But the good news is you have the freedom to use as much or as little time with your video as you'd like to convey that certainty. Alrighty, the third factor to take into consideration when determining the length of your value video is who is the ideal video viewer that you are communicating to. If you're wondering who's going to watch a 3-hour video ad, the answer is the people most likely to take action. For next level creators, we probably have close to 50 hours of content online currently, and a lot of our best clients are the people who invest their time to watch hours of our videos. Some even watch all 50 more than once before they book a strategy call with us. It's likely going to be the same situation for your campaigns and your clients. To share some data with you to support this principle that only a small percentage of people who view your value videos are going to take action, here is the behind the scenes of one of our ad campaigns from a Facebook commercial campaign. Okay, so here's one of our ad accounts pulled up. It's the third one in one of these campaigns we're running. And you can see we spent $77,928.46 to generate 230,964 people who viewed our advertisements and videos. From that, we got 1.4 million video plays. Now, this could be anyone just scrolling right past your video plays for a millisecond. Facebook counts it right here, as you can see, 1.4 million. Then we actually look at the number, which a lot of people would obsess over and probably not be too happy about, which is average video watch time, only 7 seconds. So some of the videos we run are up to 20 minutes long as far as advertisements, and yet our average video watch time in this entire campaign is only 7 seconds. So if you were obsessed about that, that doesn't sound too good. But pay attention for a little while longer here. We go to 25% video watches. So people who've watched 25% of a specific video or more, we have 103,000 there. Then as we go to 50% of watch time, we're down to 59,000. Then when we go to 100%, we're at just 31,000. That's we're spending more than $1 to get someone to watch a full video here. Some people might think that's bad, but we don't really care about everyone watching our video from start to finish, and this is a key distinction here. What we're looking for is phone calls. Now, in this particular business, we are willing to spend up to $200 to get one phone call. As you can see here with this campaign and behind the scenes, we're getting views on our websites, people clicking over to our website and booking actual calls with us. These are qualified sales meetings for just $59.81. That is $160 cheaper than we are, or $140 less than what we are willing to spend. That is a phenomenal campaign right there. And that is why it doesn't necessarily matter if everyone watches your video from start to finish. The people who want to watch all of it, that 31,598, those are the individuals who are taking the next action and booking a call. And that's why we created our videos specifically for them. And that's the same principle I recommend to you. So as you can see, when you're actually showing your ads and tracking the results, the vast majority of viewers never go beyond a quick glance at your advertisement. So even with excellent targeting, your video ad will still be shown to a great many people who will give it only a fleeting glance before moving on. One of the most important principles of producing video messaging that sells, which we will cover in depth here in Next Level Creators, is that you should always approach producing value videos knowing that people are probably not waiting, hoping, wishing to receive your video ads. When it appears on their screen, whenever they're on their phone, it is most likely an unwelcome pest. Many people will scroll right past, they will never notice it, or watch the first 2 to 5 seconds before moving on. A general rule of thumb when advertising to complete strangers is less than 5% of viewers will watch your video ad from start to finish. Now, this is not a bad thing. You don't need or want everyone to watch, and you should only care if the right people watch your ad in full. Shortening your video ad to a length where everyone will watch it is actually counterproductive and a foolish practice. If you're obsessed with getting 100% or 50% of viewers to watch the full video, you're going to be doing a lot of things that will actually decrease the effectiveness of your video ad. You'd shorten the length of the video because it's easier to get someone to watch 30 seconds than 30 minutes, right? You're going to end up making your messaging more general, right? So anyone who sees it finds it somewhat interesting. You might just try to be funny instead of direct and, irresistible and powerful and important to the ideal client. And all of those things are mistakes. I see most creators making them all the time, causing them to focus on the wrong thing, and their video view rate, or whatever it is, that skyrockets, but they're focusing on that video view rate rather than whether or not the video is converting the right people and getting the right people to watch all the way through, then take action. Instead of focusing your energy on producing powerful content and an irresistible message specifically for your ideal client who will be compelled to action, you're kind of just wasting your time creating pretty things. When you go through the target market immersion exercise inside of Next Level Creators, we have you define your ideal client in extreme, immense detail for this exact reason. Knowing that a minority of viewers will actually pay attention and take action makes it easier on you to produce your video with superhero-like focus on your buyer, not the non-buyer. And real prospects are starving for information, for details, how they can solve their problems, how they can reach their dreams. So do not imprison the length of your video to less time when you could tell a better story with more words, more visuals, incredible sounds and graphics. Another possibly more eloquent analogy is to think of your value video as a replacement for a door-to-door salesman. You wouldn't limit the amount of time you have with a serious prospect or the number of words you could use to demonstrate the value of your offer when you're in person having a sales meeting with someone. So don't feel like you need to with your value video either. Sell in video as if you would in person. A pro tip that we do with all of our longer video ads is We also cut them into multiple smaller ads to earn our ideal client's attention with different attention getters and hooks. So, don't obsess over length, create a way, and keep your ideal client in mind. Alrighty, the fourth thing to cover is the most common question I get asked about producing effective value videos, which is, what is the ideal length of a video that sells? There's an ongoing argument by marketers and creators all the time that video ads should be 30 seconds, minutes, hours. Well, you get the idea. Not many people argue for hours, but everyone has this strong opinion. And most of them have a couple blog posts or case studies they've read that led them to have a lot of conviction in that opinion. However, I'm going to give you the only universal answer to this question that is always accurate. The ideal length of your video ad is the length that generates the best results. I know it's probably not the answer you were hoping for, but when we look across offers, different markets, price points, and videos used to effectively sell in different scenarios, this is the only answer that is always accurate. Remember, the objective of your video ad is to pre-frame, pre-qualify, and pre-sell your ideal client on taking that next step in your marketing and sales process. So, the ideal length will and should vary depending on how much certainty, logically and emotionally, you have to transfer to your ideal client with your value video. Alrighty, and let's finish this module with the fifth and final exercise, which is to complete our proven 3-step process for selecting your value video length. Step number 1 is to identify the ideal client and how certain they are of your offer. To do this, we use a simple scale from 0 to 10 and define how committed your ideal client is to getting results from your win-win offer. And, well, really the results your win-win offer can produce in their life, and how committed are they and trustworthy are they currently of your offer? You know, how much do they think about it prior to watching your video? If they don't know who you are or what your offer is, we have a lot more to do in your video than someone who already knows. So you need to define that on a scale of 1 to 10. Take a moment and do that now. Okay, step number 2 is to determine how you're going to earn your ideal client's attention and action based on where they are right now with that desire and understanding. This means mapping out your irresistible message and the content of your value video so that you can educate, build trust, establish credibility, dispel myths from alternative competitors, share reasons they should invest, and why they should invest right now. Step 3 is to produce a value video that increases the viewer's level of certainty and commitment to a high enough level that they pay attention and take action right now, no matter what the length of your value video is. So this is the kicker. Once you understand where they are, once you understand where you have to get them, and there's a gap there, that's the responsibility of your value video. It can be as long as you need it to be to make that happen. Granted, you have no restrictions on the specific media you're using. If you do have a restriction on your media, that means your video needs to become more potent. You can create shorter videos, and in those, make them as potent as you physically possibly can. That means creating lots of credibility, lots of social proof, really hooking your viewer in extremely quickly, and giving them everything that they would need to make the decision to click to the next step in your marketing and sales process. And oftentimes, if we need to move someone very far on a gap, we might want to use multiple value videos to accomplish that objective. Now, we talk all about that in the distribution training in Next Level Creators, but when it comes to earning your ideal client's attention, we cover dozens of creative templates for getting attention in the How to Produce Video Messaging That Sells training in Next Level Creators. The core concept is always the same though. Begin the interaction by immediately saying something that is recognized or viewed or perceived by the viewer as important and beneficial. Then, when it comes to earning their action, a powerful and fun exercise I like to practice with all of our value videos is to sit down with my team or just myself and watch the video and imagine myself as if I were a woman in a central Maine ferocious winter crazy snowstorm, and it's a blizzard outside. There are 55-mile-per-hour winds, waist-deep snow. Her car is ice, 2 inches thick on the windshield. It looks awful. Now, you've got this woman so excited from watching your value video that she springs out of her chair, throws on her snowsuit, puts on her boots, okay, and she moves away from the comfortable heat of her home, slogs out into the snow, goes out, uncovers her car, shovels out her driveway, and goes out in the middle of this ferocious storm to drive down to the post office to put a check in the mail to you rather than wait until tomorrow, because she so seriously wants to invest in your offer and realizes if she doesn't do it right now, it won't happen. The question for you, when you put yourself in that scenario and you watch your value video, is your content, is your messaging irresistible enough to make that journey happen? We want your ideal client to feel this way, and as you can imagine, a general message will not convey that level of emotional and logical certainty for anyone. Fortunately, your value video will rarely, probably never, have to raise viewers to such a high level of commitment as in this analogy or this visual, but it's a powerful exercise nonetheless. Another exercise is to imagine that you are your ideal client and you're watching your value video for the first time. If you have conviction that if you were the ideal client in the exact situation with the exact circumstances you built your offer for in this video to get their attention for, that you would watch, you would earn your attention, and you would earn your action, and you would invest, then you've done a good job and you're ready to start testing. Because then you've found your ideal length, which is our hypothesis to start with. So that does it for this module. Repetition is the mother of learning and skill, so a brief recap here. The only universal answer to the question, what is the ideal length of a video that sells, is the ideal length of your video ad that generates the best results. Don't forget to not shorten the length of your videos for no reason. Sell in video as you would in person. You would not limit the amount of time you have with a serious prospect or the number of words you could use to demonstrate value. Pro tip, if you are creating longer ads the way we do, you can cut them into multiple smaller ads to hook and earn your client's attention in different ways. And don't obsess over length. Create a way, my friends. Go ahead and use the 3-step process for selecting your value video length below. Step 1, again, is to identify the ideal client and how certain they are of your offer today. Step 2 is determine how you're going to earn your client's attention and action through the messaging. And third is to produce a video at whatever length required to raise your ideal client or your ideal viewer's level of certainty and commitment so that they take action, no matter what that length is.
Hopefully you all found this video extremely valuable and it added to your knowledge of commercial filmmaking. Now, if you want to dive even deeper into the education around commercial filmmaking, what it takes to get your business to the next level, we have some good news for you. Our newest program in the Next Level Creators family is all about commercial filmmaking, developing messaging that sells, and how to shoot commercials that look great. It's called the Videos That Sell Review Sessions, and there's a lot that goes into it, so I'll break it down right now. First, you get access to our entire crash course on commercial filmmaking. This covers everything that you need to know to get out there and shoot amazing, beautiful looking commercials, even if you have almost no money to spend on gear. We're gonna talk about the best way to spend your money to get gear, how to use that gear, how to light commercials so they look beautiful and get scenes like this right now, because there's a lot of lighting that went into getting this scene looking the way it does right now. We're gonna cover camera settings and how to maximize your image and really get that cinematic look. This crash course alone will add tons of value to your commercial production career. Next, you're gonna get access to our weekly commercial breakdown videos, where we personally take videos submitted by our members and we break them down, scene by scene, how the commercial messaging works to actually generate results, what they could have done differently in the filming process to get a better look. We're gonna help everybody get better faster as commercial filmmakers by looking at pieces of work produced by each other. You're also gonna get access to every commercial breakdown video we've ever done. So say you land a job for a jiu-jitsu gym or anything like that. We have videos in the database right now reviewing commercial work just like that. This way, when you land the job, you can watch these videos and be that much more confident that what you're doing will work once you get to the commercial set. Now, you also get access to our weekly Q&A calls where you have the opportunity to jump on a live video call and ask 6- and 7-figure filmmakers any questions that you have about commercial filmmaking. This will help you learn from the experience of others that are already really successful in their field and jumpstart your career and get to that next level so much faster. Next up, you get to participate in our monthly commercial contest. Your business, just like all other businesses, needs commercial content. So in these monthly commercial contests, we're gonna challenge you to shoot commercials for your own business that are gonna get you out there landing clients extremely fast. We do this for a lot of reasons. First, it gets you practicing your commercial filmmaking skills, and we're gonna keep you accountable in our private Facebook group, making sure that everybody's producing these commercials. Second, it's also going to earn you a return on investment as soon as possible. These commercials are going to work on your behalf to get you sales opportunities to shoot commercial content for tons of businesses. We want to get you moving fast, and these commercial contests are one of the best ways to do it. Like I mentioned before, you also get access to our private Videos That Sell Elite Facebook group. Here you can ask all your peers questions, and you can ask us questions that you have about shooting commercials and being successful in this competitive industry. Now, if all of those things sound like something that you need right now in your commercial filmmaking career, go check out mrpaulxavier.com/videos that sell review sessions to learn more about how you can jump in on this offer and jumpstart your commercial filmmaking career. Again, thank you all for watching. Let us know if you have any questions in the comments below. See you soon.